Welcome. So I'm about to show you the best AI SEO content writer ever created. And I'm so confident that it is the best that if you use it and you don't see any rank improvements of your keywords on Google or Bing, I will give you your money back. Now, first, I want to show you what the output looks like, okay? Then I want to show you results from real people and businesses using it, as this one right here. And then I want to show you how you can get similar results and how the tool actually works, okay? So let's jump in. First things first is, of course, I want to show you what the output of the tool looks like. So this is exactly what you're getting when you use this AI writer. Now, granted, this is for the golden retriever niche, written in English. This AI writes in over 150 different languages for any single niche you want. So what you see here is all done with AI, from the featured image, the table of contents, right, the proper content structure with in-article images, proper structuring right here with bullets, tables, quotes, even links. So we add internal and external links, but more on that later on. We even add relevant videos that complement the article. For example, as you see here, this article is about dog grooming. And of course, we add a video that's relevant, not just to the article itself, but to the section in which the video is included. Okay, so nothing is random. No links are random. Nothing is done randomly. So again, this is all done with AI. So this is the output. I can skim through these ones and show you a bit more, but I'll do that later on. Now, these are AI-based images. We can use real images if you want. You can use your own images. There's a lot of opportunity here and a lot of things you can change, but I'll dive deep into that later on. Now, I want to show you results from real people and businesses using this AI writer. And if I go here to the dashboard, or to the site, sorry, and click on case studies, you can read through this all. I'm just going to click this one right here. I'll leave this the link down below in the description. And what this is these guys right here, Arvow, they're a fintech company, right? Essentially, they're more or less of a bank. In fact, they bought a bank for 35 million euros just a couple of months back. They're hiring over 1,000 people till the end of the year. And what they did is they wanted to penetrate the Portuguese market. So they wanted to get more Portuguese-speaking people. So what they did was they used our AI writer, right? This one right here, producing, of course, content tailored to their niche to produce content in Portuguese, and the growth was clear, right? I'll leave a link down below for this in the description, but what you see here is a breakdown of exactly what they did. So they used journalist AI to publish content on their site automatically. The content, of course, is feature-rich with images, links, bullets, tables, quotes, videos, images, and then they automatically syndicated to social media, but again, more on that later on. And the results were clear, right? The results, as you see here, this growth is clear now. Granted, of course, the numbers aren't huge, but one thing we need to look at is the number isn't the most important thing, right? Because if all these 120 people are buying their services, it's amazing, right? It's more about on the keywords you're ranking for than in specific the traffic those keywords are getting for you. But I'll talk about that later on, okay? Now, again, I'll leave a link down below in the description for this, but essentially, this is the growth they achieved by leveraging this tool. And there's a bunch more case studies that we need to add here. This guy created a site that grew to over $10,000 a month in just 3 months. And this guy managed to grow his personal brand also through leveraging AI written content. Okay, so now that I've shown you what the output looks like, and then I show you also results of real people and businesses using it, finally, I want to show you how you can achieve similar results and how the tool works. Now, this is going to be the boring part, but in my opinion, one of the most interesting parts, because you get to see behind the scenes on how the content is generated, how you can generate it, and more importantly, how you can achieve the same results, right? Okay, so let's break it down. This is the tool. When you log in, by the way, you can get access to this for free, so don't worry. When you log in, you have all this stuff right here, right? And maybe you've used ChatGPT in the past or not, but with ChatGPT, you tell it, listen, write me an article about X, Y, and Z, right? You give it the input, and then it outputs you the article. Now, here, with journalist AI, the input is all of this, right? And of course, with AI, the better the input, the better the output. So we give you a lot of inputs, creativity here, so that the output is as good as it can be. So starting from the bottom, you can select how many articles you want to generate from 1 to 300 with a single go, right? Let's do this. Then if you want to add videos to your articles, you can enable this, or you can disable the automatic feature and you can add your own links here, right? You can also add images, in-article images, okay, or featured images. You can choose from AI-based images, from Stable Diffusion or DALL-E. You can use Bing images, stock photos. You can even use your own custom images if you like, right? We'll go over this in depth when we're actually generating the articles. Then you can set up external links. So of course, in the articles you saw, right, we want to be able to link out to authoritative sources in our niche. For example, let's say this article is about finance. Maybe I want to link out to Bloomberg. Maybe I also want to link out to Wikipedia or maybe Investopedia, right? And of course, none of these links will be random. If this article about finance talks about the best stock picks for 2024, right? maybe in a sentence right here, I want to link out to why I feel like in this opinion article that I think this stock is great, and we'll link out to an article on Bloomberg that, of course, fundaments my opinion here. And again, the way we do this is that the AI analyzes this whole article, right? Then it analyzes the sources it can link out to. It sees if they're relevant, and if they are, it matches and creates a link here automatically in your article. Now, there's a lot of advanced features right here. You can exclude certain sources. Maybe you don't want to link out your competitors. You can include certain sources. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this right here, but I won't dive too deep into that because it's a bit more advanced, right? Then we have internal linking. Of course, in your article, right, maybe you want to link out, of course, to other pages on your site, maybe other blog posts of yours, maybe your contacts page, maybe even your homepage, right? Or again, other blog posts of yours, because this will make your article more relevant. It will make people stay more time on your site, right? Again, it's all about increasing the value of the user when they land on your site. And if they're reading through an article, right, if it makes sense, of course, you want to link them out to other pages on your site, maybe your shop page, whatever it is, right? And again, the concept is the same, right? The AI analyzes this article right here, analyzes the possible sources it can link out to, sees if they're a fit, and then of course it creates the link. It creates the links automatically in the best place it can. Now you can choose the link density, so how many links you want it to have, or less or more. You can play around with this. Again, these are advanced features, and if you have any questions, I mean, there's a lot of tutorials specifically on how to use these features. Just go here to the Learn tab up top, and there's a lot of video tutorials on how to do it. There's a 40-minute in-depth video on how to do it, and there's a quicker 7-minute one, but these will give you exactly step-by-step how to leverage every single one of these features. I just want to give you an overhead view on how they work. Then, in terms of structure, you can add a custom call to action. Let's say, for example, we write an article for our Shopify store, and we sell gardening supplies. And we're writing this article about the best gardening supplies. It has images, it has relevant videos, right? It has a bunch of things. And if I add here a call to action to my Shopify store or a page on my site where I sell the gardening supplies, we will automatically add an extra H3 to your articles at the bottom right here. So we will add a custom section that is the CTA section that automatically links out to your Shopify or your product or service, right? Because this could work for a plumber as well, a service-based business or a product-based business, right? But again, we'll add a custom call to action section, not just randomly placed here, right? We will add it, taking into account the whole context of the article. So again, none of this is placed in here randomly. Everything is placed with proper care and caution to make sure that there's hyper relevancy in every single aspect of the article. So again, this works, for example, for the gardening supplies site, linking out to their Shopify store, or for example, if you're a plumber or a plastic surgeon, right, a call to action here to book a call to come into the clinic and do a free consultation, right? We can do that as well too. Now you can enable and disable all these sections, key takeaways, conclusions, FAQs. You can select the article length too. You can automate your headings, so the headings of the articles, right? Or you can just write them manually. Now, one pretty cool thing about this is that if you just write this one right here, for example, what is a dog, right? The ones you leave blank will be automatically generated by AI. However, because you've placed this one right here, these three H3s will be generated by AI, but taking into account what you've written here. So that's pretty cool. And also, for example, let's say you write this one right here, right? Again, these will be generated taking into account this and this. So again, none of it is random. You can play around with this and try it out for yourself. Then in the formatting, it's quite nice. You can enable and disable bullet words, italics. You can add tables. Maybe it will complement your article. You can add quotes. You can add lists. Then in the knowledge base, you can connect this to the web so that the content that's produced is, of course, up to date, factual. It's very, very important. And you can even add a knowledge base. Now, what this is right here in the knowledge base section is essentially what you're doing is you're connecting Journalist AI with your brand, right? And your brand has a lot of assets, right? An asset could be your actual website, could be, for example, your LinkedIn page, could be your Twitter page, could be any text documents you have, even audio documents, right? All these are, and many more, right, are all brand assets, right? And what you're doing here is you're connecting Journalist AI with your brand, and because you're giving it all the context of these assets, this, let's call it knowledge base, Journalist AI is able to produce brand-tailored content. So content that is not generic, not just some generic AI-generated content. Content that's brand-tailored, speaking with your own brand's mannerisms, your brand's tone of voice, even your own brand's images. So again, non-generic AI content that's brand-tailored, which is very, very important, right? So this is more of an advanced feature, but you can create knowledge base, you can upload your assets and have the AI again generate content that's actually on brand. So super, super powerful. Speaking of content, you can of course generate content in over 150 different languages. Again, these guys right here generated content in Portuguese, again, and they saw a lot of great results, because oftentimes what happens is that the non-English speaking markets are less competitive because, of course, there's a less supply of content in those non-English languages. And we actually have some people using leveraging this for their Shopify store. So they have a Shopify store, right? And they have, of course, a blog. So a blog written most of the times with articles in English, right? So what they're doing is, so this is their English blog. What they're doing is they're creating multiple blogs, right? English blog, a Portuguese blog, let's call this Portuguese blog, right? That writes articles in Portuguese, right? And then another one in Spanish, then another one in Italian. So all these different language blogs in different locations, all with language relevant articles, right? And they're all bringing in traffic. So the Portuguese one, the Spanish one, the Italian one, all bringing in traffic to their main Shopify store brand. This is, of course, for Shopify stores that sell internationally. Maybe they sell all throughout Europe, right? This, of course, won't apply to every single business, but it's quite nice that you have the freedom to write content, again, in over 150 different languages. On top of that, you can choose the target country because, of course, you can write content in English, but depending on the type of content you're writing, maybe the content will make more sense if it is geared towards the actual country. So again, a written piece of media in English, if you want to add, if you're a business in the UK, maybe the links you want to add, maybe the images you want to add, maybe the all context of the article will only make sense if the links and all that are for the target country. So you can generate location-specific content. Okay, so again, it's important for features like the connect to web or external links. So again, in the article, if you're linking out to a news source, and if your company is in the UK, you might want to link out to UK-based news sources because it's more relevant. Okay, and now again, you can play around with this. Then the creativity levels, you can change it and play around with this. You can write more correct or factual articles or more creative or original. This will of course depend on how you want your brand to be perceived, to come across. You can change the tone of voice. You can change the point of view. You can change the formality if you like. You can even add custom instructions, right? And anything you write here will use these instructions to generate each paragraph. So these instructions don't affect the headings in specific, but they affect the content within the headings. Okay, so we give you a little bit more freedom here. And you can even add and make the AI include specific or exact keywords. So this is quite nice. Now to finish off right here, you can generate the content based off of titles, based off of keywords, and based off of a description, or based off of a keyword monitor. Now, I'll go over what a keyword monitor is, but the main ones is the titles. You can, again, put in here your titles, click generate, and you will generate a piece of content with your title in mind, okay? Also keywords and also a business description or a product description or whatever you want, okay? Now, moving on to keyword monitors, this is quite a nice feature because if you go here to blog automation, I'll go over exactly what all this is. Keyword monitors, if you add your site, right? If you add your site right here, if you add your target country and target language, we will give you a list of keywords you can target alongside with their monthly searches and difficulty. So you can have the AI take these keywords and produce content based on them. So again, you go here to generate articles and you do keyword monitors, you select the keyword monitor, right? And then we are generating content based off of the keywords you generated in your keyword monitors. Again, if you have any questions about this, comment down below or click here the video tutorial because we dive deep into exactly how every single one of these features works. Now, moving on to blog automation, right? You can have a blog running automatically on the backend. So you click here, new Autoblog, right? And you just select a preset, let's do this one, and select how many articles you want to produce and the frequency at which you want them to be posted. So most people just do 5 per week, so Monday through Friday. And what's going to happen is that the AI right here, Journalist AI, is going to be connected with your site. This is your website right here. And it's going to generate then produce or publish 5 articles every week to your site. So 1, 2, 5 articles produced to your site every week. And if we expand on one of these articles right here, of course, we expand on them, all these will have, of course, a featured image, a table of contents, proper content structuring with in-article images, in-article videos, bullets, tables, quotes, internal links. So these articles will be interlinked between each other in a way that makes sense. External links, linking out to other external authoritative sources like Wikipedia, Investopedia. Doesn't really matter. Of course, it will depend on the niche of your article, right? Now, on top of that, you can also set up an indexer so that once the content is published, it will be automatically indexed in Google. So we'll submit these articles to Google for fast indexing with the indexer feature right here. Now, on top of that, of course, as you saw before with the keyword monitors, you can have the AI do the keyword research for you, right? And then it will generate the content based off of this keyword research it just did. Now, finally, one last thing, if you do want to automate the whole process, is here in the social media automation, you can link your Facebook account, you can link your Twitter, which is now called X account, you can link your LinkedIn account, and as soon as a post is posted to your site, we will automatically syndicate it to all your social media platforms with a dedicated social post. So you can automate this whole thing. You can automate the keyword research, the generation, the publishing, the indexing, and the social media syndication, all of it on autopilot. If you want, right? You don't need to, but you can do with Autoblogging right here. It's a great feature, which is the Autoblogging feature. Now, on top of that, I do want to mention, of course, what platforms we integrate with. So if you click here on integrations, we connect with WordPress, Shopify, Ghost, Wix, Webflow, Blogger, even Zapier. So essentially we connect with anything you want. Or if you want a custom connection with your own like custom built site, we also connect with the API, so we can connect to your site and you can have this running on autopilot on this too. But again, most people just use WordPress. A lot of people use Shopify too, and we added these two because a lot of people wanted to do it as well. So that's basically it in terms of this feature. Again, social media automation, I won't dive deep into this, but essentially you can have the AI articles, once they're posted to your site, automatically be published to your social media platforms. Now, one very, very cool feature here is the linking. So what this does is you can connect one of your sites right here, which I've connected before, right? And it will give you all of the articles. These are all the pages on my site. And you can even click here to preview, right, what this page looks like. Okay, so this is an article, a test article I posted on my site, right? Pretty random, okay? Now, what this feature does, it builds links for you. So you select this one right here. Then you select, right, internal and external links. So what's going to happen is that the AI is going to read through it all, this article, and will automatically add links, internal and external, to this previously posted old article. So this is a great way to update and freshen up old, already written content on your site. So let's say you have an article posted like a year ago. Let's say this was posted like a year ago. You want to freshen it up, sorry. You go here to select it, right? You add internal links, and which I'll do right now I put it here in my sitemap, add the sitemap, I can preview. So this is for the internal links. So again, these are all the links. I can filter for blog, and I can filter for a lot of stuff. I won't dive deep into this right now. And external linkings, I want to enable automatic, and I want to enable DFS, and I'm just going to click generate. I know I ran through this quite fast, but I don't want to bore you with this. But what's going to happen here is that now the AI is running through the site. It's reading this whole post right here, and it's looking for places to add links to, both internal and external. Okay, so this is done right here, and what's going to happen is that the AI suggests me all of these places, right? This is the anchor text. I can click here to preview it and see where this is on the actual article. Just do this right here, build trust and credibility, right? It's give me a list of anchor texts I can add links to, and the suggested articles right here, right? So again, I can click here to preview. For example, again, this article is about the 5 strategies for building a brand through video. This article right here is about creating engaging video content for your strategy. And the anchor text is build trust and credibility. So it makes sense that we link out to an article that is about this, because it is a relevant link. So I just click here, add this. I will just do one. I click insert links, apply. And what's going to happen is that the AI is going to automatically apply this link live to my article. So one link has been inserted. If I go here and hit refresh as such, we'll see that a link is going to have being added here. So as you see here, this link was just added here. So I just added an external link to an old article of mine. And again, I can add as many as I want, both internal and external. And this is great because you can update old written articles that are already published in your site. You can freshen them up. So very, very, very powerful. So that's basically it in terms of features, in terms of how it works. If you want to like a proper breakdown of this, watch the videos here. If you go to the Learn tab, again, there's a 40-minute video on how to do it, and a 7-minute one. Now, I want to break down something a bit more further, which is how to actually achieve similar results. Because, yeah, I showed you how the tool works, but now I want to show you how to achieve similar results. Now, it boils down to a couple of things, so stay tuned. Very first thing is, of course, choosing the right keywords, the keyword research. Now, again, a lot of people overlook this, but this is so important, probably the most important thing about SEO, because if you don't know the keywords you want to rank for, or if you choose them not wisely, you're just going to be spending time and money, right, chasing the wrong thing. So for this, let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, I have a business, right? I have a physical store business, and again, this applies to anything, just this is an analogy, right? And my business is a physical store, and I do iPhone repairs, right? And of course, before people come into my store, they come into my website, right? They come to the site, and then they come to the store to actually have their iPhones repaired. Now, people can come into my site and my site can rank for multiple keywords. It can rank, for example, for how much does it cost to repair an iPhone, or where can I repair my iPhone, or it can also rank for keywords such as how to repair an iPhone. And let's say this keyword, how to repair an iPhone, has 10,000 searches per month, and these two, the combination of these two, only have 1,000 searches per month. So again, this is how much does it cost, where can I repair my iPhone, and this is how to repair my iPhone. Now, one might think that it's smarter to target this one. Again, it has more searches, people searching for this want to repair their iPhone. The reality is that not really, right? And this is where the specificalities of keyword research come in, because we can assume that someone searching for how much does it cost to repair an iPhone, or where can I repair my iPhone, is much more likely to buy, right, than someone searching for how. Because someone searching for how to repair an iPhone, we can assume that most of them most likely want to try and do it themselves. While again, someone searching for where or how much most likely wants to just pay someone to do it for them. That's why this is very, very important. And that's why you should also build what I call a keyword matrix, where in the y-axis you have the, buying intent, okay? So here, and in the x-axis you have traffic and competition, because usually the higher the traffic, the higher the competition for that same keyword. Again, people searching for these two have a much higher buying intent than someone searching for how, because again, someone searching for how wants to do it themselves, doesn't want to pay someone to do it for them. So you have to look not just at the search volume of the keyword, but you also have to look at the buying intent of such keyword. And so you do not want to go for keywords here or here. Why? Because these have low buying intent. These two quadrants represent the low buying intent, right? You want to go for keywords here and here, right? High buying intent, low traffic, high buying intent, high traffic, right? These are the target keywords you want to go for. And so when you have a list of keywords, again, you can also use Journalist AI to generate the list of keywords, have your list and start placing them right in here. And look for the keywords that are here and here. Do not go for these ones, but go for the ones here. Again, you want to go for high buying intent. You don't want to rank for pointless stuff. You want to rank for keywords that actually drive more sales to your business. And these keywords are keywords with high buying intent. Again, pretty simple, but not a lot of people do this, okay? So that's the thing I want to cross out. So talk about keyword research, that's it. Keyword metrics, that's it. Now, I want to talk about why it is important to leverage AI technology, right? Why it is important. Because, I mean, you usually, before AI, right, you used to have to go up the ladder, up the steps one by one. Let's call the last step right here, success, money, right? Previously, you had to do the keyword research manually, right? Then you used to have to write the articles manually. Then once you have a big wall of text, you used to have to go and look for images to add to the articles. Same thing for videos. Then internal links, then external links. Then you used to have to post it on your site. Then syndicate it to social media, right? It took so much time. And with AI, I mean, this amazing technology that it is AI, right? You just skip ahead of the line, right? Because with Journalist AI, for example, this is why we are the best AI SEO writing software out there by far, is it does the keyword research for you. Then it generates the content for you. Then it publishes it. It indexes it. And it also syndicates it to social media, right? All is automatically done for you. And of course, in the generation part, it generates articles like the one you saw before, right here, with in-article images, in-article videos, internal links, external links, bullets, tables, quotes. So a properly written article that gets results like the ones you see here, okay? So that's why you should be leveraging AI, because you think about AI, you gotta think about AI as a wrench. For example, yes, you can. This is like a tool, right? You can tighten up a bolt with your hand, and you can tighten up and build tables, whatever, with your hand, or you can use a tool like this, and this allows you to do so much more, so much faster. Right? You can tighten up more bolts faster. So again, it's the same thing. AI is a technology. Just like this tool right here allows you to tighten up more bolts faster. AI allows you to, instead of having to go up the steps one by one and doing all this manually, to just skip ahead of the line. And the reality is that if you don't leverage AI, you're just going to get left behind. Because like if you were competing with someone, let's say you're in a chair building competition, and you don't have this, but your competitor has this, right? Who's going to build more chairs faster? They are. So you can do the same. The issue is that you are going to be going one by one up the ladder, and they, because they have this tool, they just skip ahead of the line because they're able to do so much more, so much faster. And that's why you need to be leveraging AI. Now, you don't even need to use this tool. I mean, it's full disclosure, it is my tool, that's why I'm telling you to use it, but it is also the best one on the market. But just leverage AI as a technology in itself is an immense powerful strategy, because again, your competitors most likely aren't doing it yet, and if you do it, again, you're going to be ahead of them for miles. So that's why you should leverage AI technology. Now, Journalist AI, like I said, is more than just an AI writer. It's an automation tool. As you saw before, we integrate with all of these different platforms right here. We integrate with WordPress, Shopify, Ghost, Wix, Webflow, Blogger, Zapier, external APIs. We do keyword research for you. We automate your blog. We can have the blog running on the back end, producing however many articles you want and publishing them every month, week, day, 12 or 6 hours. Now, when I say publish, they don't need to be published as a live article. They can be published as a draft, so then your team can actually go read through it and make some edits that they want to do, right? Speaking of edits, right, on the articles you generate, if I go here to history, just check this one right here, you can, of course, humanize them. You can humanize the AI written articles. So just click here, and then you can create a revision as such, and then you can change anything you want. Maybe you want this to be bulleted out. Maybe you want to add a link here to your site.com, whatever, right? Maybe you want to add a new image here. You add a new image here, right? Maybe you want to delete this. Maybe you want to make this an HQ, right? You can play around with this and manually proofread and edit your articles to humanize them as you feel. You can change the titles. You can change the meta description. You can do a lot of stuff here, right? So again, Journalist AI isn't just an AI writer. It's an automation tool, and how you humanize AI content is just simply by having the ability to manually go in here and either you or your team doing the edits for them, okay? Now, if you want to try this out, you can get it for free. You can get 3 free articles. So you go here to the landing page, tryjournalist.com, just get 3 free articles and test it out, right? Because I don't want you to have to pay to test it out. I want you to actually test it out and see if this works for your business, right? And so give it a go, test it out. Real people, and you can click here, the case studies, are getting results with this. It's not just a front. People are leveraging AI, and just instead of doing things step by step, they're just automating the process. It's the future, right? AI is this amazing technology that allows you to automate the process. And if you don't use it, again, you're going to get left behind. So that's basically it. Give it a go, try it out. I'll leave a link for it in the description. If you have any questions about how it works, about SEO, about business in general, we do have an amazing support network. So just go here, click the little bubble support, and you can ask anything you want. You can even ask for a discount if you want. Tell them, listen, I came from this video from Vasco, give me a 10% discount, and we'll give you a 10% discount. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. Try it out, and this is why we're the best AI writer on the market. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.